Hello and welcome to this very short tutorial on how to use Sri Balaji Vidyapeeth's AI servers. We have installed 5 open source large language model servers at SBV's cloud, and now we will show you how to access and use them. In order to access these 5 servers, you will have to navigate to ai.sbvu.ac.in. So here is a URL. I'll repeat, it's ai.sbvu.ac.in. Once you navigate to ai.sbvu.ac.in, you will be greeted by the login window. It says sign in. Now I'm going to click on sign in with my username and password. I hope all of you have your username's password already assigned to you. So I'm going to click on sign in. I'm logged in now. It says you are now logged in. Once we are logged in, let's have a look at the interface very quickly. So it's a familiar 2-column layout, 2 to 3 columns actually. The left column is very narrow. You can see it shows new chat here, and then the earlier chats appear here. There is a search button to search for earlier chats as well as tags. We can use that. And in the bottom it shows your name, your profile image. You can set it later on. Right now I'm going to go click on new chat. So before that, once I click on new chat, let me click on new chat. Usually it opens with new chat, or sometimes it opens with the earlier chat so that you can continue the earlier conversation. So I'm right now in new chat. The first thing that we have to do is select the model. So we have access to the latest code llama, which works very well for programming languages. We won't use it very much. Its size is 7 billion. We also have access to a server that is running the latest Gemma open source LLM, and the best open source LLM that is available currently is llama 3. We have access to that. That has a parameter of 8 billion tokens. We also have access to Mistral. This is one more very good large language model. These are the 4 servers that we are running at SBV for testing, for using for our own sake. Apart from these 4 open source large language models, we also have access to OpenAI's models through API. We have access to GPT 3.5 Turbo, GPT-4 and GPT-4o. This is the latest and greatest. This was released on 14th of May. We have access to that version, the latest version. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to click on set as default to make it my default LLM. So I'm clicking on set on default. I get this message that says default model updated. Now I can go ahead and start chatting with the model, or I can use the RAG, which stands for Retrieval Augmented Generator. RAG is an additional model which allows us to train this
It's 12 o'clock.
on materials that we provide. It can be PDF, it can be books, it can be literature, it can even be websites. We can provide this material to it so it gets trained. So I'm going to click on this plus button to upload some files. Let me randomly say this book, How to Plan a Rigorous Instruction. So I'll give it a few minutes. Once the document is uploaded, it will be stored in what is known as a vector database, where it will be indexed and chunked. Once it is indexed and chunked, we can use the LLM to interact with the book. We can chat with it. So it has been uploaded and hopefully it has been indexed. Now I can ask the LLM. I will start with a summary. I'll ask it for a summary. Please summarize the book. So it is going to give us a summary. It is going to use GPT-4o, which is also very fast. So here is it. Here is a great summary. The book is part of the Mastering the Principles of Great Teaching series by Robin Jackson. It also serves as a practical guide for teachers to enhance their teaching methods and achieve mastery. I can add more books as well. This is one book. Let me add one more book here. I'm going to choose by random another book. So the idea is that you can upload multiple PDF documents. Imagine that you have collected a number of PDF articles as part of your research, as part of your systemic review or review of literature kind of thing. You can upload all these documents, allow the LLM to index all of them, and then you can ask the LLM to summarize it for you, or you can ask it to compare and contrast. You can ask it to review them. You can ask all kind of questions to the LLM and it will give you a result. You can use this in your research. This can also be used to create e-learning material for students. So you can upload a whole book, a large book, or chapters of it will be very, very good. You can upload the relevant chapters from different books. For example, in general medicine, let's say 1 or 2 chapters from Davidson, 1 or 2 chapters, similar chapters from Harrison, cardiology, Baldward, and other books. And then you can ask it to create some learning material for students, self-directed learning material, which you can copy and then use it in the learning management system in SBV's Canvas, for example. So these are some scenarios, some uses. I leave it up to your imagination to think of more ideas. All right, now I have uploaded this book. I can ask So I can ask questions, simple questions like that. There are also very good prompts, sophisticated forms that we can use, prompt engineering, for example. We'll come to that later on. These are simple ones. These are simple questions. Okay, so I asked question how to identify struggling students. Here is the answer. Most importantly, it also gives citation. Where did it get this information from? So it is getting it from how to plan rigorous instruction as well as how to support struggling students. It has combined these both and it has given us. So what has it given us? So it has given us 6 ways to identify struggling students. One is observe the students in classroom. This works okay if the classroom has limited students, say about 50, 60, 70. When it is going above 100, 150, 250, it's impossible to observe everybody. We don't have enough time. Anyway, performance tracking through LMS, we can automate it. We can get all kind of graphs. We can get all kind of statistics from LMS. And we can look for students whose academic performance is not very good or has been good consistently, but now falling off. We can do all those things. How engage all the students, we can assess that. That also gives us an idea of their motivation, feedback communication, consistency checks. Consistency is very good. That's what I told you about. If there are students who are performing below par, below some kind of threshold throughout, from the first test to the 6th, 7th periodic test, it's okay. They need some additional curricular support to bring them up to par, up to the threshold. However, there will be some students who will be performing okay, average, but suddenly they might drop off because of some problems. We need to identify them early on so that we can identify their issues. It can be personal, it can be substance abuse, it can be many things. Bring them again up to their previous levels. Behavior analysis also, this is very important. So these are nice stuff. Okay, this is how you have to do it. So let me reiterate. This is a 2-column kind of interface. On the left we have new chat, and all the chats get stored here. So this chat also will be stored, and the previous chats we can add tags so that we can retrieve these tags, retrieve these chats later on based on these tags. This will be useful if you are doing multiple research, multiple projects, so you can tag them according to the project and come back to them whenever you want. So you can search for previous chats as well as all the history will be here. You can also share these with your colleagues so that they can have a look at it. They can also use this as a starting off point for their own questions. You can rename the headings. These headings are generated by the LLM itself. You can rename it as per your wish. And if you are finished with the chat, you don't read it anymore, you can delete it off. So if I click on your profile, you can archive the chats and you can access the archived chats here. Some settings are available. General settings, you want this to be dark, or you want to be reflecting your system color, or you want it to be light. Some people like the light colors, which will be white and bright. I personally love dark, so we have set it as dark for default. Language, you can leave it off. You can also allow it to send you notifications through the browser. And these are some the interface that you can change. These are already set to default ones. You don't have to mess with them. The system also supports what is known as speech to text. So you can talk with the LLM instead of typing, and it will convert your speech into text, and that will become the input for your chat. You can also have text to speech. So you can have the our SBV AI server read out what it has come up with. So you can listen to it instead of reading. You can do that. They're all based on OpenAI, so it's all here, and you can select the voice. Right now there is only one voice alloy. In future we might have more voices: male, female, accent, Indian, British, or American accent. So the chat history has been set to on. That means it will record everything and store it. So you can export these chats for further use, and you can also import chats from elsewhere. So this is your account. You can change your profile image by clicking on this pencil symbol over this avatar. You can set your own picture to personalize it. You can change your name if you wish. You can change your password, and that's it. That's it about this part. All right. Thank you for seeing this guide. I hope it will help you. See you. Bye-bye.